They'll be calling you a radical. As 1 year ago right now, I posted to my Facebook as I was at the top of East 8 LDS fighting for my life. As we went from 11 to 12, I was like, oh, I'm so relieved, as I was so sick that night. I could barely write and I could barely type, and as I typed into that site, my YouTube site, I typed, I'm having a Gothic New Year's in this old 1882 hospital that sits right where the very first Mormons came, right next to the path of the prophets, as I had that tree hanging there with all them drugs going in me. And I had that red blood. I was getting a blood transfusion that night. That red blood was going in me, and it was just me and those two nurses, those two Gothic nurses. I'm having a real Gothic New Year's. As 1 year ago later, as I live to tell, as we go from 12 to 13. I used to always say my whole life as a boy, my whole life I've said, I'm living the country and western version of Hamlet, as we are Danes, my family, bloodlines, all that. And I could, I didn't even really know why. My grandma used to say, what is the matter with you, and I don't know, I don't know why I even said, I could just sense betrayal in the air. Oh, did I live it? Oh, did my mind forecast that, Cassandra? As we go from a 12 to 11, I wrote this today, the country and western version of Hamlet. To the nuclear liars, and you are not king. Oh no, there's fun for you and Columbines. To Queen, the royal nuclear supporters who think they are queens. Not here in the leukemia fight, for there are no queens, there are only angels. For to the queens, as you thought there were nothing left of me. Not my grave, no, as I live, as man and women who is to be buried. Not yet I stand to no queen. As to you who think you are king and queen, some 23 years, yes, for you, not for me and the PU energy. No, to your Orwellian songs and our songs from the birds, the angels, they're true songs, not queen. There's rue for you, and here's some. You may wear your rue with a difference. There's a daisy. I would give you some violets, but they wildered all when my father died. For sweet are the uses of adversity, as I intend to live to tell. So pray, my love, as I do remember, and I will, as I never forget. There's rue for you and some for me. As I did love he, not a painting or a church, a man. Accident? Oh no, murder. And by intention and selfness of those until they become unignorant, I will bet you 6 wild horses, as I will win for him, if I can. But I will try even harder than I did before, as I was told. You like he, you will lose this wager. Oh no, they were wrong, as my mind and the angels we defy, as we are not hot and dry, as a purpose, not my sickness in my heart, in my blood, leukemia, as the sparrow has fallen. Now it will come. The time is out of joint, O cursed spite, that ever I was born to set it right, as I intend to live to tell. The hair-sprayed, masquerading marauders have been the best in human history as masking their horns. As I think about their literature via YouTube videos as published literature, as it has been said, literature only changes things around the edges. I have always disagreed with that big time, for literature is art. And they, music, voice, words, books, visual, color, space, things, places, soup cans all together, post-ignorance art thereof. As they are so sick with their life of style, as they think is life, they kill their own, themselves. It is a Shakespearean true tale, as I intend to live to tell. God help us all, yes, yes, yes. That is our hope, to be of real truths, as it will take us, so many of us. But where we go in death will be determined by our own truths, and at least trying to help the ignorant. If they do not listen, so be it. But we have to try for the angels in front of me. A little bird told me. Kevin Dwayne Blanch. To the IAEA and TEPCO and the nuclear energy industry and the governments of Japan and the media cover-up and the marine biologist cover-up participators, I say this. There's rue for you, and here's some for me. We may call it Herbo Grace O Sundays. You must wear your rue with a difference. For it is we, you will see, as time is out of joint, as we, my father and me, Danes, as my uncle is named Claudius, and the rest of it exists. I cannot say. Say it, say it, say it. As did it arrive in the mail? As leukemia? Did it come to me? or did be or not to be. Is it rosemary for remembrance? Not yet, Ophelia. I do love you. Pray for my love, as I do remember, as it is our thoughts. It is as Cassandra told me, as she told me. And we, as the anti-nukers, wear our rue as scars and pain, and I fight in time as the modern-day abolitionist. We stand for truly right. When you will see us, we are crazy, are we? Today stand and take this hand from me. Free so far in your most generous thoughts, up in times and sing. With world, when words and a voice of the little birds all sing old truths, which are modern truths. There are truths, now and them. I embrace it freely. I do know the wager. Drink up, Mother Earth fuckers, for I am not afraid. As it is betrayal, and we drown in a jet stream of PU, of ignorance. It does not just drown me, Ophelia, it drowns we. The jet stream makes it so to be or not to be. It is not suicide, for it is murder. For some 3 and 20 years exactly from the time of Chernobyl, from the Nevada test site, from the hips, Fukushima time. For some 3 and 20 years times, MC squared of Albert the Great, as it is heresy, M squared, M squared, M squared, in my jugular vein, chemo, as the sword was dipped in poison, yes, on August 6th, the 1945, and again on April 26th, the 1986, and aging and giant in Nevada test site, and again on 3, the 11-3, all 3, as it has to be or not to be, as the nuclear malice says not to be and can never be. As they say, drink. Drink so energy we need, not to be consumed to O for the Queen, as HSBC, that Queen, not Denmark's England, to be 3 and 20 years, as we rot in the earth, and their offspring, for E equal MC squared, for 3 and 20 years times, all 3 for time and its eternity, as it was 3, little boy and his fat friend, and the Nevada test site and its secrets of real lives men, as then Chernobyl, these Russian men, 600,000 of them, then their daughters and granddaughters and great-granddaughters and great-great-granddaughters and great-great-great-great-granddaughters, and on and on. And now Fukushima, for time is 44, as I slept with Cassandra on his bed in this very place. 4:44, PU's clock as it ticks, fever slowly as a half-life, as I learned to live half a life from Denmark to me, as my father was poisoned in his ear by thee, as time is out of joint, for I am not Hamlet, I am not. Time is out of joint, oh cursed spite, that ever I was born to set it right, as I intend to live to tell, and oh, do I fully intend to set it right, me, we, and my little army, for time and all eternity. Kevin Dwayne Blanch, 12:27, or 12:31:12. 13.